So, today is National Coming Out Day. I think that's fitting for my video progress, is the journey that I'm completing for myself to have a National Coming Out Day during my journey. For me, as long as I can remember, as long as I was thinking, I always knew I was gay. From when I can look back on it, I think for me, it was the third grade. I had a crush on a set of twins that were in my class that lived in my neighborhood. And so I always knew I was gay. But back then, it wasn't widely acceptable. There wasn't much known. People still thought it was a choice back then. The AIDS epidemic back then was a killer disease. It was not treatable like it is now. So me being gay back then, it was something to be ashamed for. I always said growing up in elementary, middle, and high school that when I knew I was gay, that if I had the opportunity to be straight, without a doubt, of course, I would have taken that. Because back then, you were the weird one. You were a faggot. You were a twink. You were a queen. It was widely unacceptable. I'm happy to see where we have come in this world, that kids find it easier to come out of the closet now to their friends and family at a much younger age, allowing them to be more comfortable with themselves, allowing them to experience themselves for who they are and not hiding who they are. I think it's an amazing step forward for where we've come. Of course, we have, for every step forward that we have progressed, we have a million steps backwards with this fucktard of a president that we have, who threatens to take away the LGBTQ rights each and every day. I love how people, some very crazy people, still think being gay is a choice. Like, really? It's not a choice. It's who we are. Whether you're bi, gay, lesbian, trans, it's who you are. There is no choice in being that. No one would wake up tomorrow and want to choose to be trans. It's for what they have to go through in this world is extremely difficult and hard. When I was growing up, to be gay was extremely difficult and hard, and that's why a lot of the people that grew up when I grew up oppressed those feelings, hid those feelings, went to the underground clubs when they were old enough to, because it was something to be ashamed about. I dated girls just to hide who I was. I always knew who I was. I was never comfortable with who I was. In high school, I came out to a select few. I really came out when I was in college. Of course, all of my friends that I came out to, it was no big shock to them. They're like, okay, we still love you for you. My family kind of always knew to an extent. I'm sure it was difficult for them in the beginning, but I have a loving, supportive family now. But I think it's something that we need to celebrate in this world. We need to celebrate who we are. We need to be comfortable in our own skin. That's another reason why I'm documenting all of my journeys. Because I am comfortable in my own skin, my own skin. I'm trying to find out who I am deep down inside, what I want in life. And you have to be okay with that. I'm learning to be okay in everything that I do. And a lot of that has to do with who I am as a person, with, being a mid-30s gay man in this world, who is newly single, newly divorced, trying to find his way, trying to find his job. I used to be ashamed for being gay. I'm not ashamed for being gay anymore. I love who I am. I love who I love. I love being myself. I know that it's okay, it's right, it's good. I want to make sure that the new people coming out these days understand that there is a lot of support in this world. There is a lot of support in the community. There still is a lot of judgment in our communities, which I think we have to do a better job at representing our community in a much better light. We have to be much more supportive. Not saying that we aren't supportive, but there still are a select few that are very judgmental in our community. Being gay, we can be very judgmental. At least I can be very judgmental, and I can, admit to that I have to be better respecting of other people. But we have to be there for one another. HIV and AIDS is on the rise in our community, not just in our community, but within African American females and males. We have to do a better job at raising awareness to that cause. We have to do a better job of the drug epidemic in our community as well. I know in New York City, when I was up there, a lot of the community does drugs. That is something that I am not into. I've never been into that. I never will be into that. I can't find a reason why some people would be into that. I understand they want to feel better in the moment. But there's other ways to feel better in the moment. Don't get me wrong, I like my alcohol, I love my whiskey. That's pretty much as far as I go. I can have a good time being sober. That's something that I pride myself with. We have to do a better job in our gay community of, being okay, being helpful for others, being there for others, motivating others, inspiring others. We just had Outfest this past weekend. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend. I wasn't in the right state of mind to be there. But I still pride myself in being out and getting into this community. Whether I stay in the Philadelphia community or I move somewhere else, especially in my new career path that I might be doing, I may be, based somewhere else. I will always be proud of who I am as a person. I will always be respectful of my family and try to make sure that I never shame myself or shame them. And that's something that I think we have to pride ourselves on and speak more about in our community. There is always help in our community. You just have to know where to find it. If you don't know where to find it, I know a lot of places, so reach out to me. I can be a great wealth of inspiration and knowledge. That's something I pride myself on, of knowing a lot of useless information. If you ask my friends, I know a lot of useless information. I'm a very big dork, geek, nerd. It's who I am. But we have to be better as a community. We have to, not just have Outfest and Pride as a way of, oh my God, we can dress up in jockstraps and Speedos and walk around, the city. But it's also to bring awareness to our cause, to bring awareness that we are who we are. We are all born this way. There is nothing wrong with who we are. There is nothing wrong with asking for equal rights. There is nothing wrong with saying that we all want to marry who we want to marry. And there's nothing wrong with speaking about that platform in a greater way. So to end on a high note, happy National Coming Out Day. It is a shitty, rainy day in the Philadelphia area, so it is not a nice, sunny National Coming Out Day. But National Coming Out Day is how you make it. It's how you perceive it. I empower everybody to share their stories. I love how Facebook, in their life event, now that, when they have relationships or divorce, married, all that, you search coming out. You can put your life event on there of when you came out to represent National Coming Out Day. My coming out was in 2002, 2003. I did a lot in Universal. Not a lot, actually. I told people in Universal that I was. You can see from that Spider-Man picture, something that will always haunt me. I think it's something that we need to be more expressive about and be more empowering about. I love how drag queens are very expressive with who they are, who they want to be, putting on that persona, putting on a great, amazing show. It's something that we need to pride ourselves in our community, and we need to be respectful in our community. So with that, happy National Coming Out Day. So far today is a good day for me. Hopefully it remains better even in this shitty weather. But thank you all for watching and listening. Have a great day, guys.